The truth behind why he utterly hated Ken Curtis remained buried for decades, wrapped in silence, pride, and unresolved tension that few outsiders ever suspected. Ken Curtis, best known for his iconic role as Festus Hagen on Gunsmoke, was admired by millions for his warm personality, distinctive voice, and unforgettable screen presence, but behind the scenes, not everyone shared that admiration. The man who harbored deep resentment toward Curtis was someone who had once worked closely with him, someone who had seen a side of the beloved actor that the public never witnessed. At first, their relationship had seemed professional and respectful, built on mutual goals and shared ambitions in the demanding world of television and entertainment. However, as time passed, subtle conflicts began to emerge. Small disagreements over creative decisions, personality clashes, and differences in work ethic that slowly grew into something far more intense. Ken Curtis was known to be confident, sometimes stubborn, and fiercely protective of his role and reputation, qualities that helped him succeed but also created friction with colleagues who felt overshadowed or ignored. The man who eventually came to despise him felt that Curtis had manipulated situations to his own advantage, taking credit where it wasn't deserved and influencing producers in ways that affected others' careers. There were moments on set when tensions became so thick that conversations turned cold and cooperation became strained, yet both men continued working side by side, hiding their animosity behind professional smiles. Over time, the resentment deepened, fueled by rumors, misunderstandings, and the pressure of fame, until it evolved into outright hatred. What made the situation even more painful was that Curtis, in his own way, may never have fully realized the extent of the damage his actions, or perceived actions, had caused. To the public, he remained the lovable Festus, the loyal friend, the humble entertainer, but behind closed doors, his relationships were far more complicated than anyone imagined. The man who hated him carried that bitterness quietly, refusing to speak out for years, partly out of fear of backlash and partly because he believed no one would believe him over such a celebrated star. Only later, when time had softened the risks and the truth could finally surface, did the real reason behind the hatred come to light. It wasn't just about ego or rivalry, but about betrayal, broken trust, and the feeling of being erased from a story he believed he had helped create. In the end, this hidden conflict revealed a powerful truth about Hollywood and fame, that even the most beloved figures can leave behind unseen scars, and that behind every legendary career, there may be untold stories of conflict, jealousy, and emotional wounds that never make it to the spotlight. The revelation of why he hated Ken Curtis doesn't destroy Curtis's legacy, but it does add a human, imperfect layer to it, reminding us that heroes on screen are often far more complicated off it, and that sometimes, the deepest grudges are born not from hatred alone, but from disappointment, pride, and the silent pain of feeling betrayed by someone the world adored.